Hey guys, welcome back to Yankee Valley Politics. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my analysis of the 2024 Iowa caucus. Last video I made, we got about 500 views and we only netted one subscriber. So I hope you guys will drop a like on this video, comment, and subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell. I want to just let you guys know that I am a Republican myself from the swing state of Pennsylvania. So I do have my own opinions about things, but I will always do my predictions off polling and other analytics. I'm not just going to say, oh, I like this guy, so he's going to win, if you know what I mean. Well, looks like the polls were correct, and Donald Trump carried the state of Iowa by almost 40 points. Massive blowout. We knew he was going to do it. Didn't know by how much. I thought he was going to do, I think my prediction was 34%. I went back and forth. One time I was saying 51, and I decided, okay, we'll just go with 54 because I didn't know if Trump was going to overperform or underperform, and he ended up performing close to in line with polling, so my prediction was not too far off. 3 points is fairly close. You don't want to have a 3-point margin. That's different in a presidential election, but in a primary, I think that's okay. So right here we have Trump with 51% of the vote, to DeSantis coming in second with 21.2%, Nikki Haley with 19.1%. Yeah, they got decimated. They wasted all of this money for what? To lose? I don't get it. Trump netted 20 delegates, Ron DeSantis netted 8 delegates, and Nikki Haley netted 7. I do believe if it wasn't for the snowstorm, Trump actually would have done better than he did. I think he would have got closer to 52 or 53, maybe even would have got 54%. I don't know if my prediction was 53 or 54. It was one of those, but definitely I think the snowstorm hurt Trump because his voters tend to be a lot older. But then you think about it, Trump's voters are more enthused, so who knows who it really hurt at the end of the day. As you can see right here, Trump won 98 counties out of 91. Nikki Haley won 1 county. Do you see how ridiculous this is? All the money they spent, all the time they spent in Iowa, just to what? Lose? And they're going to continue to keep losing states. I don't think there's a single state out there, except for New Hampshire, that they have any real shot in. All they're doing is wasting resources that could be used against Biden. But the Republican Party is pretty stupid. But that's just my opinion. Because just imagine, though, once again, if all that money was used in just imagine if it was used in swing states against Biden, instead wasted just to lose to Trump. Look what we have here. It looks like tens of $millions can win you 1 county by 1 vote. I think we need a recount in that county because it kind of messed up the map a little bit. This is so embarrassing considering Trump barely put any time into Iowa and then crushes his opponents. If he would have spent time in Iowa, he probably would have gotten 58%. He could have gotten to the 60s if he would have put time into it. But it just shows you this primary is over. These candidates need to drop out. This was a landslide by Donald Trump. And I think he broke the record for the first non-incumbent to win by more than 12 points in the state. Just look at the margins he's winning these counties by. Crushing his opponents, getting upper 50s, 60s. There's a few counties here that may be lower, but just this is overall just it's over. These candidates are delusional, continuing to stay in this race and waste resources. If they really cared about conservative values and they really cared about being, a Republican, they would drop out and they would endorse Trump and they would come together and try to beat their opponents. Democrats are good at that, but Republicans are not. Ask yourself, if you were these candidates, would you stay in the race? Would you want to be embarrassed anymore? Just look at these totals in these counties. I just don't get it. I wouldn't want to go into a state that's more Trump-friendly like West Virginia or Pennsylvania and get crushed even worse. DeSantis spent nearly $1,500 per vote in Iowa just to get crushed by Trump. Once again, just imagine if they were smart enough to use this money in a state like Pennsylvania. How ridiculous is this? How many times did we hear DeSantis say The polls don't matter. Polls aren't voters. And here we go. The polls end up being accurate. Very embarrassing on DeSantis' part. At least DeSantis got second place after wasting all that money. And here you have Haley, which is so delusional, saying this is a two-person race. Yes, this is a two-person race, Haley. This is a two-person race for second place. Luckily, we have one candidate in this race that did the right thing and dropped out and endorsed the Republican nominee, Donald Trump. You may be a Democrat watching this, you may be a Republican, you may be an independent, but if you know someone's going to be the nominee of your party anyway, don't continue the race. Drop out and endorse your opponent to make sure they win. If not, are you a team player? No, you're not. Ramaswamy gave an excellent endorsement speech. Let's take a listen to a little bit of it.
But if you want to actually put an agenda that puts Americans first, to say that the moral obligation of your leaders is to the citizens of this country, not another one, there's not a better choice left in this race than this man right here. And that is why I am asking you to do the right thing as New Hampshire and to vote for Donald J. Trump as your next president, because we're not working with a lot of time here. If our kids are in high school before we get this right, we don't have a country left. That's what it means. We've been celebrating our diversity and our differences for so long that we forgot all of the ways that we are the same as Americans, bound by that common set of ideals that set this country into motion. We believe those ideals still exist. This man is going to be your next president to revive them. E pluribus unum, from many, one. And you know how we're doing it? We're doing it by speaking the truth at every step of the way. There are two genders in this country. Period. That is the truth. Fossil fuels are a requirement for human prosperity. Drill, frack, burn coal, embrace nuclear energy. Reverse racism is racism. An open border is not a border. Parents determine the education of their children. The nuclear family is the greatest form of governance known to mankind. Capitalism lifts us up from poverty. There are 3 branches of government in the United States, not 4. And the U.S. Constitution is the strongest and greatest guarantor of freedom in human history. That is the truth. We fight for the truth. We stand up for the truth. That is what won us the American Revolution. That is what reunited us after the Civil War. That is what won us 2 world wars and the Cold War. That is what still gives hope to the free world. And if we can revive that dream over group identity and victimhood and grievance, then nobody in the world, not a nation, not a corporation, not a virus, not China, is going to defeat us. That is what American exceptionalism is all about. That is what we are going to revive to, yes, make America great again. Vote for this man right here in the New Hampshire primary. God bless you and your families, and may God bless our United States of America. Thank you, New Hampshire. It's good to see you guys. We're coming back and winning this in a landslide. We will not stop until we get this job done. Thank you all. God bless you and your families.
Like him or not, Ramaswamy gave a fiery speech giving Trump his endorsement. He did the right thing. Instead of serving himself and dividing the party, he stepped aside, endorsed Trump, and gave him all of his support. It's a really nice thing to see. Ramaswamy has a great political future ahead of him. I could definitely see him as the nominee in 2028, but we'll have to wait and see. He's definitely a candidate I could support. There's other ones I like, though. I kind of like Glenn Youngkin, so we'll have to see how that goes. We got 4 years, but he's definitely something special. Coming over here to the state of New Hampshire, Ramaswamy, however you want to pronounce his name, dropping out, I think has massive implications for New Hampshire. So right now the polling average has Trump at 44.4%, Haley at 31%. When you go down here and look at the latest polls, those are way earlier. When you look right here, Trump is at 50 now, Haley is at 34, and DeSantis is at 5. What it's looking like to me is that some of Chris Christie's support actually went to Trump as well. But why Ramaswamy dropping out has, I'm just going to call him Vivek. Vivek dropping out, why this has such an implication is he was polling decently. He's gone from, like, you go down here, he was polling at 4 there. He was polling at 4 there. Then the other ones has him at 6, has him at 8. And all of that support is going to go to Trump. Most of Vivek's support. So I think that is exactly why Trump in this new poll now has 50%. And also I think he is getting some of Chris Christie's percentage. You have Chris Christie at 12 in this one poll. And I believe Nikki Haley got some of that. And I believe Trump also picked up some of that. But Vivek dropping out and endorsing Trump is definitely very important. Because let's say he was going to get 8% of the vote. Haley was very close to him. And just even in this poll right here, has them tied. So Vivek getting out is going to very, 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 very help Trump. I didn't use English right there. But yeah, him getting out and endorsing Trump is definitely going to give Trump a little bit of a boost and give Trump some wiggle room. Because this race, I believe, is going to be very, very tight. But I'm less confident now about Haley winning this now that Vivek is out of the race. Because, once again, Vivek and Trump share the same voter base. Yes, Vivek has picked up a lot of younger voters and such, but a lot of the America First people that were voting for Vivek are definitely going to vote for Trump now. So, yes, I believe, as of right now, I can't really give a prediction, but I would say Trump definitely has a big advantage when it comes to being able to beat Haley in New Hampshire. Now that he has the support, now that he has the endorsement, and Vivek is out of the way. Vivek definitely would have taken votes away from Trump, and we could see Vivek getting 10% in New Hampshire. He would have finished ahead of DeSantis. This is July. But when you go here, you see DeSantis at 5, DeSantis at 4. He's not liked in New Hampshire. DeSantis at 7. I definitely could have seen Vivek beat DeSantis out. Just like in this poll right here where he's at 8. Who knows how it would have gone, but definitely him getting out of the race definitely helps Trump and definitely pushes New Hampshire closer to being a state Trump wins in the primary. Maybe the only state Trump would have lost in the primary. Thank you guys so much for watching my analysis of the whole election. I really hope you guys will subscribe, drop a like on this video, and hit that notification bell to keep up to date. I have another channel called LF Studios where I post tree stuff. If you're more into that, you can go check that out. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos. Making videos is my passion. I've always loved doing it. And to see how fast that one video picked up views, I definitely know I need to continue this. So I hope you guys will support me. So I guess that's it, guys. All right, guys, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.